Hi, I'm Faria from the Uplift team, and I'm here with Mind and Ryan from the Wizardia team. Hey guys, how are you doing today?
Oh, hey, we're doing great and happy to be here and happy to see you as well.
Yeah,
Ama-
absolutely. Thanks for having us here. Looking forward to getting stuck into it and, jumping back into your community and saying hello.
Amazing. Well, thanks for joining another AMA. And just for everyone who's listening to this who may not be aware, Wizardia was one of the amazing IDOs that we had earlier. It was last year now, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. The raise, I think, was just before the token launched, so it should have been like February last year.
Amazing. Doesn't time go quick?
Super fast, even though it's not COVID anymore, but time flies.
Definitely. So yeah, this is a project that we've been really excited to be working with. And so for those who are new to the project, can you guys tell us a bit more about Wizardia, what it is, and yeah, what it's all about?
Yeah, so the main thing, it's a game. It's a play-to-earn game, and it's an online role-play strategy game. Players engage in different modes of the game, such as PvE and PvP battles. The game's turn-based combat is fueled by Wizardia's different affinities, spells, and strengths. So it's kind of all the attributes that our wizards have. Uh, we have like a lot of depth in the strategy as well. So all the people who love playing chess or racking their brain in some way, so they're definitely gonna enjoy it. So with what sets us apart is very immersive lore, which you can read a lot about. If you're interested, we'll definitely drop some links. So sometimes it's even likened to some comic or cinematic universe, such as the MCU, for example. So this allows players to uncover secrets and go deeper into the rich backstory and not only the magical realm of Wizardia, but also about like how it started, for example. We go beyond traditional experiences. So we host like free sponsored tournaments featuring a free-to-play mode, which allows us, to invite anyone who is even not accustomed or friendly with crypto, so anyone can actually do it. And we have some innovative elements like wagering system and the NFT rentals. So we offer exciting gameplay dynamics and expanded possibilities.
Amazing. So you mentioned that it was February last year that you actually launched. So what developments have you had in this time?
So we launched on February. That was the token launch. The game launch, the initial version was on August last year. Okay, Ryan, would you want to talk about a bit of the development and the progress?
Yeah, we've had so much go on. It's been like a complete whirlwind of updates we've been able to steady release, as well as be able to kind of give sneak peeks along the way. So we've been able to make heaps of updates. Currently, we've got 14 new wizards out on sale, which is the original 7 plus an additional 7 new ones. These are kind of dubbed like special wizards. They've got a whole new element, whole new strategy to get in the game as well. So Rose, one of our newest wizards, I absolutely love her. I know mine does as well. She has a move called Lucky Coin, which in accordance with her lore does carry huge elements of luck and can actually do anything from 250 to 550 damage. So it does add some mystery and some changes to the entire game. Makes it a lot more fun. And I know mine's kicked my ass with that one a few times. We've released a whole bunch of new consumables, mana extract and shield among them. So this is a good way to be able to come over and try entirely new ways of playing the game, different strategies. Mind also mentioned we've got heaps of different releases. So sponsored tournaments with people like Gods Unchained, arena games, and so much more. So that's just a bit of a taste of what we've been able to release. Is there anything I may have missed, Mind?
I think you missed the generalization part. So I always like to try to put it into brief several sentences, but I'm very bad at it. But I try. So what Ryan says is we started slow, but we released as early as possible, and by communicating with our community, we added and built on top. And we managed to do it, quite nicely because the game wasn't broken. So every update brought new challenges, to the players, and whoever stuck with us from the beginning, I think they're enjoying and they're starting to see the whole picture. Because at first you get a lot of FUD because, you said, you got this money, you have to build something now, but building takes time. So by taking time and showing what we are doing with the time, I think we're gaining trust of our current community. And when we get closer to 1.0, the final version, I think, that's when the magic will happen, because now it's just a process of building, and we appreciate people being together with us during that journey.
Amazing. How far away are we from 1.0?
Our plan is to go this year, so we're sticking to the plan. We're not over promising now, so I think that's the best part, about development, being transparent and showing. So it's planned for this year. The main thing is the next update. So when that is, so then we plan the next one. So by the end of the year, we should see it. But I'm not dropping any dates because the development team will actually kill me because I have to confirm with them, and we all know, when somebody builds a house and says they're gonna do it in a year, it's probably gonna be 2. In game development, it's sometimes similar, but we tried now to be more realistic about our planning and also communicate that to the people.
Definitely makes sense. Can you explain to me a bit more about the characters and NFTs? Like, how do these work and what are the benefits of them?
So maybe I'll start, and Ryan, you can fill in the lore and all the exciting stuff. So it's our characters are wizards. So they're all unique NFTs, which will be leveled up in the next update. So it means they will be even more unique with different attributes, with different skills and different combinations of those. So they are something that we call active earning NFTs, because you have to actually use them, play in battles, level them up, and then earn money from winning the battles or by trading them. So this is also the next big thing that we're gonna announce sometime soon. Is gonna be the the opening of the trading of the NFTs. And we have different NFTs, but the characters are the wizards, which are limited in quantity, of course, and they have beautiful images and beautiful lore. So maybe Ryan can add something of that magical thing.
Yeah, so don't forget, we can also rent our wizards as well. So if you want to come over and test a whole bunch of wizards, you can rent them straight through the platform. But as Mike was saying, all of our wizards are unique. They're incredibly fun to learn about. And the team, Vitas and everyone, has done an incredible job putting together an entire backstory for each individual wizard. As I mentioned earlier, we had Rose, who has a move connected to her lucky story. We've got a character called Armin, who was completely tortured, abused. He's an addict and has this really horrific and terrible backstory, which is what actually brings into his character as well. So you can actually read all about this on the Wizardia wiki page and fully immerse yourself into the characters, who you like the most, and really connect on a one-on-one level.
Amazing. It's great that it's got that element of, personalization. People can go towards the ones that they feel more drawn to.
Yeah, I agree completely. We try to make it a full-on experience. We don't have the funds to make a, like Marvel movie or, whatever they are showing us, with all the 3D effects, but we at least have that text. And, once we grow bigger, who knows, we might have, comics or some different things that connect, because I value that immersion in the game. And, we try to create that in Wizardia, but, development takes a long time. So to connect and build all this, it's our vision.
Great. So there are different ways to earn in Wizardia. Can you let us know some of these different earning opportunities and how they work?
Ryan, you want to take that one? I've talked about it like 100 times already.
Yeah, probably start dreaming about it. But yeah, there's a few ways to earn in Wizardia now. The first we did mention earlier is the Arena Genesis, which provides passive income for its owner with no gameplay required. You can also jump in our new PvP duels mode. This has only been out for a few months now. You can wager a small amount of essence or a larger amount of essence, depending on your mode, in a winner takes most tournament, with a small amount going towards the Arena Genesis. And then there is our sponsored tournaments. We just hosted one with the Satoshiverse. You jump in for a combined prize pool, and something that we have been really building on and working to get going more often too. Now you can also rent the wizards, as I mentioned not too long ago, and we've always running giveaways and competitions. So make sure to check it out. There's heaps of ways of opportunity to earn while immersing into the project.
And even doing it for free. Yeah.
Amazing. It's good that there are lots of different things that are going to draw people in, as well as those that, like you said, mind just enjoy playing games, particularly Web3 based games. So you had your IDO on Uplift for the Wizard token. Can you tell our community a bit more about the Wizard token utility and how you're building this into the heart of Wizardia?
Yeah, that's the best question probably so far, because it's something that everyone should ask developers. So when we released so early, obviously there was not much utility, and we're trying to add it more and more. So currently you can use the token for wizard renting. You can use it for swapping it for the essence, which is the wagering currency. So they're closely connected. So when I mention essence or Wizardia token, they both have, connection to the token utility. So tournament entries, the play to earn duels, so they all have utility as well. When we introduce the crafting system and some other things that are connected to the materials that you will collect in the next update, you will have a lot more token utility, because the market, which will open, where you can trade all these commodities, potions, resources, whatever is in the game, you will use the token. So the more alive the game is, the more matches there are played, the more token circulates. And all this circulation, as Ryan mentioned before, with the Arena NFT and the Market NFT, a part of that goes to the NFT holders. And we're really proud of the system, because it does not really depend on, like acquisition of new users. Even the existing users can generate that, as long as they play enough matches and there's enough to do in the game. So I think this is the best way to do it, because the players incentivize themselves because they earn from it, and also the passive earning as well gets higher from the matches played and the new and the growth of the community. And as we reach certain growth, I think that's that's something that we strive for.
Amazing. This is slightly off script, but how many users have you got at the moment on Wizardia?
We have almost 30,000 unique users, I think, created. Not all of them, of course, are active. 30,000 is a very nice number, because this is something that we were projecting. So when we have this much daily active users, then everyone goes to the moon. That's more or less that milestone. But it depends on the tournament, and it depends on the events, which we feel give a lot of traction. So we have up to 2,000-3,000, depending on the tournament, of people who play. And what's good about it as well, when we have partner tournaments, so not only our Wizardia's community plays, but we attract people who at least try the game. And next time we do an event after an update, they come back and see it again, and they see the progress. And for us, is the main thing, is to really attract people, to make them love the game because they actually like it, and not because it's a way to earn, or just make it work, like those poor people who played Axie Infinity. They, as I spoke to them, most of them did not enjoy it. And for us, the play and play to earn is that's the main thing. So that's what we're trying to do. And yeah, I expanded a bit on I mentioned the numbers, but I just wanted to add a bit more to this.
No, it definitely makes sense, because ultimately it is a game and you want people to come to enjoy it and to play. And I guess the earning is secondary to that. Is that the case?
Should be, at least should be.
But it is an incentive to keep people coming back.
Well, it is play to earn. It is Web3, right? It's kind of what it's based on. So I think it should be, as cheap or as easy or free to come in. And should you choose to earn, then of course you have to participate in the economy of the game. And this is the goal, not to make people do something, but let them choose for themselves. And I'm sure not everyone will love our game, because I don't love all the games in the world. You know, I have several. So I think the goal is to find your people.
Cool. So I would love to hear a bit more about your IDO experience. So what have you learned since your IDO, and what challenges have you had to overcome?
Bear market. So yeah, I think we can elaborate. I'll try to be as brief, because I would love to hear Ryan's thoughts on this as well. But for me, the main thing was, you know, crypto speed is 10 times faster than regular life, right? In one day, at least a week passes when it's a bull market and when everyone is raising money and so on. But when the bear market comes and you have to develop, everything really slows down, and you're really waiting for the next update and saying when. It seems like you're in a more waiting phase, but we try to use that time to, you know, focus on the building, less on the, you know, expensive marketing. So main marketing, what we're doing now and what we learned, that we have to get more partnerships and more real connection, instead of just, you know, advertising, you know, in random places.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were very fast, then we had to slow down. So I think that's, the best lesson for crypto is, like, you know, to really find that balance, that zen, you know, of that fire and water, and try to, you know, balance it out. So not to sound too philosophical, but for me, everything is something that I try to feel. So that's how I feel now. And I think it's a good time to slow down and, you know, also be excited for the next bull run.
Definitely. I think we're all excited for that next bull run. And, you know, now is the best time to build without the distraction of refreshing your screen every 10
Yeah.
seconds.
As long as your community also are on the same page. So this is what we try to communicate for them to also not feel too anxious or hasty, or, you know, just trying to push us to do something which is not possible.
Yeah, no, I do agree. I first got involved in crypto maybe 2 months before the bear market, and it's been a fight and a push ever since. But it's been amazing opportunities for Wizardia to consistently put out new upgrades, to keep building and keep producing something that invites players to come back.
You've touched on some of the developments that you've made since your IDO and some of the amazing things that you've achieved. What's still to come?
So we mentioned the leveling system, which is currently going into testing phase. So that's, you know, what we're gonna talk soon with our community as well. We're gonna have some streams. And the next big updates is, you know, is a bit more leveling, a bit more depth into the characters, a bit more actually complications in the game, because there's a lot of balancing issues, but that will bring a much more depth and much more strategy, and it will be much harder to actually to find that team, you know, that the one team that will always win. Other stuff, as I mentioned, you know, is crafting, is also, you know, the market, which is going to be something very interesting, because when you have some materials and someone needs it, you know, there's a trade going on, and when people want to level, they're going to need some of those resources, and they're going to have to perform some sort of ritual to get there, you know, and all these little things that I think will add more depth. There's a lot of balancing and game changes coming as well. Some of the game systems in general. So for example, as we have now, just, you know, somebody starts. So we have a plan, for example, to make a turn-based wizard selection as well, because that gives a totally new dynamic, because you start to see what wizards your opponent is picking, and that's like a whole new game, like a pre-game phase. So all these little things, they require a lot of thought and a lot of game design and balance. But I'm mentioning them because as a gamer as well, I understand how much of excitement that brings actually into the game. Because when you play the same game for a long time, it needs something new. So all these little details, especially connected to gameplay, some utility, ability to rent, sell, and you know, move your in-game assets much more easy. That's our next goal.
Amazing. And it's clear that the vision and the potential for Wizardia is big, and you guys clearly have huge ambitions for the game. And it'll be really interesting to understand, like, where do you see Wizardia in the next few years?
So one thing is probably what I did not mention is connected to probably the big things that you asked right now and in the future. I just didn't want to drop it to make it seem so close, because that requires very good timing. What I'm talking about is the mobile version, is the mobile app of the game. So this is something that we have in the plans. We just feel that it requires much higher level of game design and some more functions that need to be implemented in the game to be launched as a mobile game. So we're working towards that, and once we're ready, that's going to be a mobile app on App Store or Apple Store. So that's something that's really coming up. But there's a lot of things that the bull market will bring, and everything that's in our roadmap and in our white paper, is something in the future. And I don't know, Ryan, maybe you can add something.
Yeah, I mean, along the entire journey, we've been able to, either hit our goals or come very close to doing so. But we've consistently released such awesome updates along the way. And it's going to be our aim to continue doing so, is to keep building, keep releasing new updates, keep making it fun, and bring in some guilds and some sponsored tourneys just to give something to the players to be able to participate into and just have a good time doing it.
Amazing. It sounds like there's so much exciting things to look forward to. How can our community keep up to date with what you're up to?
Well, I think the best way is to get involved with our Discord or our Telegram. So jump on over. We're doing streams all the time. We've actually got a live stream on later tonight, which will probably be in the past now once this is edited. But we're always trying to release new videos, new updates, new game modes, and really interact with everyone on Discord and Telegram the most. So jump on over and check it out.
Yeah, and what I might add, definitely visit wizardia.io webpage. You can create an account. You don't require, any payment or nothing. It's free. So that's why, people think there's a catch, but there is no catch. We would love for you to try the game, and you will definitely find links to the social networks and even Twitter but the most communication, as Ryan mentioned, is going on in Discord. So if you want to truly have a conversation about Wizardia, I recommend going there. And of course, ask the questions, give us feedback. Our community knows that, we sometimes even find new ideas there, not only like make them vote on something. So we've been inspired by the community as well. So we hope we find inspiration from Uplift community as well, and hope they try and like our game.
Amazing. Well, thank you both for your time, and definitely looking forward to catching up with you again in the future.
Thank you so much for having us. It's been
Cheers,
a pleasure.
it's been a pleasure.